Uh-oh, little tripod malfunction here. Oh, let's see. There we go. I think it's okay. Grogu's here. Everyone asked about him. There he is. Hey, Goober. WW. Hi, Ruben. Hello. How is everyone doing? Saturday. I just got back from Florida. Was that just yesterday? So I thought I'd have time to go live while I was away, and I just didn't. So I'm trying to get caught done. Hi, Sarah. Oh, Preppy Skincare. Thank you. The Goff Effect asked, do you think the Texans are going to win? I think the Texans have a really difficult job. But the Texans beat the Bills and the Bills beat the Chiefs. And in playoff football, absolutely anything is possible. Every team left is a really good team. So we'll see. I am excited for the game tomorrow. I'm nervous though, I hope the Bills make it to the Super Bowl. I have a good feeling this year. You know what I mean? Like we're just really healthy at this point that we're usually not, and so it's exciting. To Pug Lover, it's your birthday. Happy birthday! My favorite Bills player, I have a lot of them. I think my favorite is Khalil Shakir. I just like how reliable he is. Like if I were a football player, I'd want to be that player that just you throw it to me, I catch it every time. He has a really high catch rate. I also like Russell Douglas. His mic'd up was really funny. I think he has a, and then also at the end of the Broncos game, he was interviewed. He's a safety or a cornerback. He plays defensive. Anyway, they were like, "Oh my gosh, what about that Broncos touchdown and their first possession? Were you on the defense? Were you scared by that?" And he wasn't scared at all. He's just like, "No, it was one bad play." And just that kind of attitude's like, "It's one bad play. We move on," and they won. You know what I mean? I really like that. And my former favorite player, Tre'Davious White, is on the Ravens now, so that is going to be exciting. He's back in Buffalo. T-Train, thank you so much. Hi from Germany. Chiefs or Texans? I'm rooting for the Texans, but I'm not going to have it on. It just I don't think that's I want the energy of just worrying about what the Bills have to do instead of like looking ahead to what might happen. So it's going to be a really good matchup. I think it's probably one of the best matchups of the whole weekend. So oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you so much for all the kind comments. Is a battle for MVP Lamar versus Josh Allen. They both have, it just depends on what the measurement is. Obviously Lamar has insane stats. He's so talented. I mean, how could you not like Lamar Jackson? He's great. I guess though, if you give credit for the turnaround or the expectations that have been surpassed that the Bills had this year, I guess you could give it to Josh, but I could also give it to Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott. You know what I mean? I don't. I think Josh Allen was asked about being MVP, and he said, I don't care about that," and I don't care about it either. Whether he's MVP or not means less to me than if the team does well. You know what I mean? Oh, hey Ruth, nice. You took Grogu to work with you in your bike basket. That's awesome. He's like ET. Hi from Argentina. Daphne asked, "What's my favorite Marvel movie?" I have a lot of them. I'll pick three. It's Infinity War and Thor Ragnarok, which I know everybody loves, and Endgame. Infinity War and Endgame are so good, and Civil War is so good too. We had Civil War on the other day, and I'm like, man, this movie has kind of zero flaws. Hey from Canada. Hi from Argentina. Hi from Iran. Wow. Hi. I am not Amish. Thank you. There's a ghost in the background. I don't think there is. There's a bag hanging on that doorknob that I forgot to put away. Eagles or the Rams? That's tough because I have Eagles fans in my family. Jeremy's family's in Pennsylvania, so my brother-in-law, my nieces and nephews are all Eagles fans. So I like when they're happy too. They root for the Bills for me. I root for the Eagles for them. And on one hand, you say, "Oh, it'd be nice for LA to get a boost with the wildfires, which have been horrible." And so it gets to the view too. I feel like they did just win the World Series, the Dodgers. So I don't know if they need, a big football moment too. But I like how the Rams have really rallied behind LAFD and use them as a point of hope and generosity. So, but if push comes to shove, I think I'm still probably going to find myself rooting for the Eagles, just because I have family that are Eagles fans. Uh, Ryan Dean asks, I'm being bullied right now. What should I do to help? That is a tough one because there's so many different kinds of bullies and they have so many different psychologies to why they do it. Obviously, you need to try to ask, an authority figure for help if you can. That always doesn't work. It depends so much on the situation. Bullies thrive on attention. So if they don't get attention, they're ignored. That takes a lot of power away from them. But without knowing the specifics of the situation, not every strategy is going to help every person. Just know that it's temporary. It's being around. You won't be around the same people throughout your entire life, more or less. So just hang on to try to get help from an authority figure and know that it's not going to be forever. And I don't think this ever helps. I know when I was told this, that like people who bully are people who aren't happy and that aren't, no one is criticizing you who's doing more than you. Most bullies are jealous, so they feel insecure, but that doesn't really help you in the moment when it's happening to you. I just hope it gets better. Go Eagles. Sure, let's make the Super Bowl. And I'd be happy with an Eagles Bills Super Bowl. Jen, is Josh Allen the best quarterback in Buffalo history? I mean, I know Jim Kelly's a legend. What Josh is doing is pretty extraordinary. Josh has only been in the league like 5 years though, right? So I still think we have a whole career to see what he does. But he's great. Abby asked, "Have I seen Wicked?" I have. I saw it in the theater. I now have it on digital. I watched on at home, and it's great. It's fun, and it's fun to like rewind my favorite moments and watch them over and over again at home. That's been really cool. How many lightsabers do I own? Oh, I just counted the other day. I think it's like 9 or 10. That's not counting the 2 plastic ones. Do I count the plastic ones? I mean, they're not like the same kind of light or depth. I should probably actually do a video showing how while plastic lightsabers are great, but it always depends on what you want. I don't want to show that the plastic ones aren't good. But yeah, I just did get 2 more Ahsoka ones, the plastic ones for like backups. Cool earrings, thanks. If you don't know, these are what the year that Josh Allen was drafted. The NFL did a video about like NFL rookies try to draw their team logo, and this is what he drew, and it's so goofy, and it just cracks me up. He's not supposed to be an artist. He's a football player. But I've seen it on like tire covers on the backs of Jeeps and stuff like that. And I thought it'd be funny. And I saw these earrings, I thought that'd be funny. They were a Christmas gift, I think 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, a gift. The Joffin, thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate that. Super Bowl prediction, mine is Lions with Bills. I know that's a prediction, but that is my hope too. No shade to Eagles fans, but I think, the Eagles did win the Super Bowl, in 2018? It was fairly recently. So where the Lions never have, just like us, I think that would be a very, very exciting Super Bowl. That's what I'm rooting for too. And thank you for the gift. Also want to let you know that in addition to regular super chats or whatever they call the monetary one there's a new icon there. It looks like a jewel or a gem. That's the new gifting program on YouTube called Jewels. I am partnering with YouTube to test it out. So I'm offering it in my live streams. You don't have to get me any gifts. The economy is really scary and times are tough and credit card bills from Christmas are coming in. So you don't have to give me a gift. I don't expect that. But in case you're wondering what that was, and also as part of my deal with YouTube to mention it. So that's what that is. So Jewels, new way of gifting. It's just like you give a gift, but instead of it like coming up like 99 cents or whatever, it'll come up as like a flower that's worth 99 cents. It takes away the monetary value that's visible, I guess. Not sure why. I think they're just copying TikTok. Oh, that music guy. I'm so sorry to hear about your dog. That's really sad. I'm so sorry. Natasha asked, are you gonna do more Marvel videos? Yes, I have more with the Women of the MCU. I did take about a month there around the holidays to kind of do some sort of easier content. I was just doing like a lot of Bill stuff and just like talking to camera. But now that all my holiday travels were over and there kind of was like a bunch right in a row, I have some coming up. Yeah, and I want to get Captain Carter in there. Captain Carter still hasn't shown up in the Afterlife Woman of the MCU. So we got to get her in there, but yes, for sure. And then also like Captain America, Brave New World is going to be here before you know it, like Valentine's Day. It's less than a month away. So, oh, such kind comments. J-Man Fett cosplay, you got a boba. That's awesome. I got to be working on mine. I've finally just moved my 3D printer because where it is was really cold. So I'm getting more armor printed. It's exciting. Oh, that's so kind. Hi from Arizona. Hi, Nick asks, what's your thoughts on Buffalo's chance against Baltimore tomorrow night? I think they have a good chance. We are. I am one of those fans that does use the word we sometimes, just so you know. The Bills are hard to beat at home, especially this year. No one has done it yet. So even though the Ravens beat us, what was that, week 4? We were down a lot of defensive starters and hadn't kind of hit their groove. And also it was in Baltimore. So I think, the Bills are healthy and it's at home. I think the cold is going to be tough for both teams. So, and the energy of the crowd is tougher. I mean, you can't help it when it's 4 degrees, it's cold. So, but I feel good. I feel good about it. So I'm hopeful. I just really hope no one gets hurt. No one on the Bills gets hurt. No one on the Ravens gets hurt. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Finley asked, where's Grogu? He is right there. Did he fall over? No. Oh, I shifted over. He's right there. I did bring him. I put him in his little Bills hoodie starting the first game of the season, and he stays in it through the Pro Bowl, and then I'll take it off. So, Chicken Love asks, when did I start making content? Well, since I've come to cosplaying in 2016, I made Instagram content, just like photos, but it was like for my friends and fellow cosplayers. I wasn't trying to be a content creator. It wasn't until I joined TikTok, quite frankly, in 2020, and I started making videos, and some of those started doing really well. So it was like 2020. I started doing TikTok, and I'm very glad I started doing YouTube Shorts in early 2022. It's been great. YouTube Shorts has been just the greatest. I'm really happy that I did that. Oh, Rory, I am so sorry. Your grandma just passed away. I'm sorry. I hope she had a great life and you were with her at the end. I'm sorry to hear that. J-Man Fett asks, any thoughts on how to do a Boba Fett belt? It depends on the belt, but if you're doing I can't really envision the Empire Strikes Back one. Oh, it's with all the pouches, right? I mean, do it in cardboard first. If you're doing it with leather, just do it in cardboard first, because you can bend the things, and cardboard is cheap, or not even maybe cardboard that makes it a little too tough, but like poster board. Make it in poster board first as a mock-up, and then use that as your pattern when you're going to cut it out on either leather or vinyl, fake leather, stuff like that. But that's what I do when I make my leather belts, is I make them out in like poster board first, and then use that as a pattern. Because the way you'll be able to fold all those little pouches will be pretty much the same way they'll look in leather. And then when you fold them, they'll have more structure than like if you made it out of paper. I haven't seen the new Doctor Who yet. No, wait, I did. We watched it was with, we saw it on Christmas, the new one, the Christmas special. I liked it. I'm not big into, I haven't seen like every single Doctor Who ever, but I liked the Christmas special. It was fun. It was with the same actress that's in Bridgerton. That was fun. Hi, Bella. Oh, Andrew, thank you so much. I am not famous. Thank you for the gift. But I appreciate any gift is so generous. You don't have to do that. Thank you so much. Hi, Maddie. Oh, hi, Trifina. Thank you so much for the kind comments. Go Bills. Sorry about the Vikings. I was surprised they lost. They're such a good team, but that was tough. I watched that game and what is happening? Favorite Star Wars character? I can't just pick one. I'm gonna pick Leia and Jin Urso and Chirrut Imlay, also from Rogue One. Bella asks, are you going to Star Wars Celebration in Japan? I am. I do have plans to go to Japan. I think we just finally got all our hotels in order and flights are next. It's just such a big, big trip that I think we've been kind of putting off, pulling all the travel triggers, but it's going to be here before you know, it's like 3 months away. So I'm doing good. Ask your earrings. These earrings are, they're a Josh Allen designed. It's how he drew the Buffalo Bills logo, which I think is very funny. Jen R says, I absolutely love all your skits. Amanda, Dan, and Grogu are my favorites. Thank you. Favorite Star Wars character outside the Mandalorian. All my favorite characters are outside the Mandalorian. I think Jyn Erso, Leia, and Chirrut Imlay. Happy birthday, Pepperoni. Make a Squid Games costume. I know Squid Game is big. The second season's still out. I know it's a popular thing. I couldn't get through the first season. There was something about the violence of people basically being executed. You know, a lot of just shooting people in the head a lot, that I'm just like, I'm not having a good time watching this. I from what I gathered, the storytelling was really good. And I watched like 4 or 5 episodes. I'm like, oh, this is interesting and creative and different. But then I'm just like, I just can't take the violence anymore. Different strokes for different folks. It just wasn't for me. So no plans to make a Squid Game costume. And no, I'm probably not going to watch season 2 either. But I support all kinds of storytelling, and I'm super thrilled for people that like it. What are your thoughts on the Beyond the Spider-Verse movie? Like, in terms of when the next one's coming out? That's so funny because I was just looking that up. Jeremy's asking me, isn't there a Spider-Man movie coming out this year? And I'm like, I think it was delayed. And I'm right. I think the second one's supposed to come out right away, and then there was the strikes. So I think we're gonna be waiting till like 27 or 28 for the next one. So, but they're so great that we can wait. If you're asking about they announced another Spider-Man with Tom Holland. That's going to be exciting too. Tom Holland. I know it sounded like I said Tim, but I just said it really fast. Hi, you've been a sub for more than 2 years. You can totally get a shout out. Hi. We'll be doing the new Marvel characters cosplays. Oh, what do I have up on tap for Marvel? I'm not sure. Obviously, I think I'm looking ahead to maybe what's in Thunderbolts. Oh, Andrew, I saw your super chat. I thought I did. Andrew, thank you. Sorry, hang on. Let me look again because I don't want to feel that way, like I skipped it over. And Joff, I got your second one. Thank you. Oh, and Texas Red, thank you. How many citations would Dolores handed out in Skeleton Crew? Well, there's no, I don't mean to be a Nikki Star Wars fan. There's no Empire, A, in Skeleton Crew. And B, Dolores is Larissa's character. So you'd probably have to ask her. But as her good friend, I would say, yeah, because even the supervisor is still Galactic Republic. I don't know. I don't know how she handles like crime syndicates and pirates and stuff like that, because they're actually not disobeying Empire rules because they're not part of the Empire. But I'm sure there's definitely some procedural issues violated there. Larissa and I are actually probably thinking about, I don't want to announce anything yet, but she and I are thinking about doing a convention together maybe in a couple months. So once we decide, because we had so much fun together at New York Comic Con, once we decide, we'll let everybody know that, we'll be running around doing some shenanigans. I have to put some people in timeout who are insulting me. That seems like a waste of time. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, you got a vest and patches for your Scout Leader Star Wars costume? That's amazing, Ruth. Patches are so easy. I mean, you can hand sew them. You don't need a sewing machine. And it's super fun. Then you have this, you've like embellished your outfit. It's great. Favorite Agatha Along character? Mine was Lily. Yeah. Mine was Agatha still. I think I liked how, you kept rooting for her even though she kind of never really did great things. I like Jen too. Uh, yeah, I liked everybody. And Alice, of course. Alice was so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you. People ask me about my hoodie. I wish I could tell you where I got it. There is no tag in the back. I saw it on, someone was selling it on eBay. And so I think it's like fan art, but there's a couple of those fan art stores like Redbubble or there's a Buffalo one that has like it says Orchard Park, but it's like the Jurassic Park logo, stuff like that. I can't think of the name of it. Something 716. Anyway, it's one of those, but it has no label in the back. I don't know the exact store. What are some of my favorite YouTube shorts you've made? Oh, what a good question. I'm most proud of the ones where I spent a lot of time on and that the writing was really strong. Like, oh, I nailed the writing on that one. There was an older one I did that was a TikTok first about an X-Wing pilot dying and going to heaven, and Leia is God. I just thought the writing on that was. I remember because I still print stuff out because I tape the script to like the bottom of my tripod when I'm doing this, so I can refer to it and kind of speed things up while I'm shooting. I remember taking that script off the printer, going, man, I wrote this one pretty good. I knew like writing them, I felt really good about it, and it's one of my favorites. Costumes picked out yet for Celebration Japan. I'm actually not thinking about cosplaying that much. I hear culturally like walking around the street in cosplay is not great, so you have to change on site, and I don't know. I might be kind of okay. If I do anything, it might be maybe a Narkina 5 prisoner from Andor, since like Andor season 2 is coming out and I really like those moments. So, and then that's just something easy. I'd put pockets in it so you could just kind of have like basically comfy jammies to wear at Celebration. But I'm actually really excited by the idea of just like wearing like a favorite Star Wars jacket and a favorite Star Wars t-shirt. I have so many of them that I love, and I never get to wear them at conventions because I'm always in costume. So I think that'd be really fun switch. I got Star Wars sneakers, maybe get to wear all that stuff for once at a convention. And I just never, ever, ever get to do that. And so this might be a good opportunity to maybe just go really easy, a really simple pack, not like all this endless luggage. Oh my gosh, I remember when I went to Star Wars Celebration Chicago, I had 4 huge suitcases, and then I had a friend drive like armor bins. It was so much stuff, like you could barely get around the room. And I just don't, no, thank you. I just want to maybe have like an easier trip just because the travel is so far that just to maybe keep things simple and just more streamlined. I'm doing good. Brooklyn? Have you seen Venom: The Last Dance? Yes, I got to go to the premiere actually in New York, which was super fun. I saw it in what's that, 4XD, where like the seat shakes, which I found a little bit distracting, but I like the Venom movies. They have this sense of fun and of not taking themselves too seriously, which I just kind of gels with my sense of humor. So they get a lot of slack from me because I'm always laughing and I'm always entertained. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all the Venom movies. I probably put Last Dance above Let There Be Carnage, like in terms of order, but they're all just fun. Renewing the Star Trek outfit, perhaps. Not in the plans right now. I need to get way caught up in some other projects I've had started, and things have come up. So, but never say never. I know there's always, I always have stuff I really like, but I don't really plan for stuff till I'm actually ready to do it. So. Visit Mario World there, make a video of it. Oh, in Japan? I know we're definitely going to go to Tokyo Disneyland, which is going to be interesting because that's the one Disney park that Disney doesn't own. They just license it out to the Japanese owners. So it's going to be really interesting. And I've been to Japan before. I've never been to Tokyo before, but I've been to Japan before. And just like the fresh fish is so good. I'm excited to like eat a lot of yummy sushi. Someone asked about the TikTok ban. I'll talk about that. I wasn't sad because I think it's going to get a save and it'll probably be back on Monday, that kind of thing. But it's been really touching on TikTok, seeing so many people say goodbye and talk about how much fun they've had and the connections they've made and how far they've come. And so that has made me a little sentimental about it. Um, b- uh, and I'll make a video probably here on YouTube saying that while I am, that's never great to lose a platform. I am so grateful for my YouTube shorts, my YouTube subscribers, my YouTube community. I made the decision almost 3 years ago now to start on YouTube and not rely solely on TikTok. And I am so glad I did because I still get to be a creator and I still get to interact with a lot of you. Maybe some of you follow me there as well. Um, so I'm really grateful personally that for all of you. And I think that's the message I want to be here on TikTok, on YouTube with, because YouTube has been great. It's been life changing. So I'll miss TikTok, but I also I think it's coming right back, Favorite droid in Star Wars? Oh, that's a great question. I immediately pops to mind is K2SO. And then R2, obviously R2 is a classic. He has a great attitude. R2, people talk about how they don't like how Luke Skywalker was in The Last Jedi. I don't like how R2 was in the sequel trilogy. That's a major miss in the sequel for me. I'm a big sequels defender, but like R2 knows everything. And that's why they had to hide him, because the whole movie would be solved by R2 coming forward and saying stuff. But R2 was so underused in the sequel trilogy, and he's such a great, great character. Oh, Texas Red, thank you. I think I got that super chat already, but thank you so much. I'm at home right now. I was in Florida for a few days. Jeremy ran the half marathon. I posted that video, did a few things around Disney World, and now we're back. So back home to watch the Bills game. Is there a new Terminator movie? I don't know about a new Terminator movie. Best advice for someone just beginning to sew. I don't know if it's advice, but just know that the first few things you sew are going to be terrible. It doesn't seem that hard, right? You put a thing in and it's like, that's it. But it's hard to stay straight. It's hard to backstitch. You start off with really simple projects like making a pillowcase, you making a little zip bag, and you make a little square. But then we start sewing curves. I remember early on at least, I would unpick stitches way more than I would stitch them. So make sure you have a good seam ripper and just have fun with it. And don't be worried if early stuff doesn't come out awesome. Nobody's does. It's all a learning experience. Use inexpensive fabrics and make inexpensive or simple things to get started and have fun with it, because once you can sew a little bit, you can like repair your clothes, and you have a rip or a hole or a seam comes apart, you can just sew it right back up. We're not really moving towards quality in garment construction anymore. It's all done overseas, and clothing isn't made to the same level it was years ago. So having the skills to repair clothing is going to be super valuable and keep us from buying more and putting more into landfills and the whole thing. So awesome. Everyone should sew. It's super fun. Oh, and get a decent machine. Don't get the cheapest machine. Once I was in a pinch, and I went to Walmart to get a machine thinking I was going to take it right back, right? And I got it home and I took it out of the box, and it was like, this is junk. Like I couldn't sew on it. So I took it back, but I didn't get to do what I wanted to do. Like, get something just a little bit better and it'll make such a huge difference. Thank you. I would do conventions in the UK. I did one once. I did London Film and Comic Con, but way long time ago before I had Star Wars Celebration. But yeah, if you have a convention, this goes for not only the UK, but anywhere that you want to see me appear at, let them know, have them invite me. There's usually these forms to fill out, like suggest a guest, suggest me as a guest. We'll see what happens. Hi, Zach. Favorite Disney or Pixar movie or character? Good question. Favorite Disney movie, I think it's really close between Moana and Princess and the Frog. I think personally, just personal taste, I like Princess and the Frog's music just a tiny bit better. And then Moana, I think as a storytelling epic is totally flawless. So those two are usually my answers. In terms of Pixar, I know everyone's answer is Up, and my answer too is Up. I also really like Wall-E. So Oh, that's so sweet. The kind comment. Oh, I can't zip back. Oh, once the comment's gone, that's it. All right. Someone had a really nice comment about me and Jeremy as a couple, and I'm so grateful. I never want to dismiss anyone's comments. I just want to make sure everyone knows that when I make a video with me and Jeremy, that is just like a little slice of what we're doing that day, and it does look cute and fun, and we do have a lot of fun together, and I'm very, very lucky. But we do have super dumb fights and bad moments too. We are not perfect. I never aim to give the idea that I'm showing off a perfect relationship. I'm just showing like fun moments we're having. I hope that comes across. It's actually really important to me to say because there's absolutely no such thing. Even someone that's like really you're really compatible with and we had a lot of fun with, like Jeremy, he and I have dumb fights. Like it's just life. So anyway. Will Grogu go with me to Celebration Japan? I think so. He came to London. That would be, I don't know if I'd bring like the Scout Trooper helmet, but I did that in London where I was like, had a, I did Trooper Mom reviews, but without the helmet on, like casual Trooper Mom. So, have I seen the Sloane Selena Gomez comparison video? I have not. I loved your Ahsoka Tano cosplay. Thank you. The new one, the white one, is something I'm looking at too, maybe. But I gotta make her cloak first from the old one, the first one. Thank you for all the nice comments. Favorite droid? I said it was K2 and R2. Oh, that's such a good question about favorite tutorials or creators who get you into sewing. Shoot, I don't know them off the top of my head, but normally I'm searching on YouTube or something. Like I'm searching how to the parts of a snap setter. Like I have my 4 pieces and I have the snap setter and I can't remember which 2 go here and which 2 go here. I'll search on YouTube and someone has a video about it. Or like how to put, when you're putting in a fly in a pair of pants, like now does the flap go on the left? Like where do I put, in what order? You know what I mean? I'll see the same creators and I know I subscribe to some of them, but I can't, they're not on the top of my head yet. So, I can't recommend one. Sorry. Oh, we are going to block some more people. Why do people have to be so rude? Oh, you're so kind. What nice comments. Opinion on The Mandalorian. I'm assuming you're talking about the television show. I thought the first season was fantastic. It was so Star Wars, but so different from anything we've had before. It was exciting. It was television. We had this overarching story about Grogu and Mando, but there still was kind of like Monsters of the Week television making. I thought it was great. I thought season 2 was also very good. I really liked when Bo-Katan came back. I liked the new characters a lot. Season 3 wasn't my favorite of the 3. I feel like we kind of lost the whole what made Grogu and Mando together so fun, and like it got much more into the lore of Mandalore, which is great. I just don't know if I felt a little out of place maybe in this show, but I still enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what they will do with the movie. So. But yeah, I think it's overall season 1 of The Mandalorian, you could argue is the strongest television Disney Plus has made, Star Wars television Disney Plus has made. Yeah, someone says nice thing about TikTok. I will admit I love consuming TikTok. I was thinking I was doing my hair, how many things I've learned from TikTok, like different ways to use a curling iron or different home repair tips or stuff about your car or your kitchen or recipes, things that weren't necessarily had anything to do with any of I've ever posted, but somehow the algorithm knew to put in front of me that I would be interested in and watched, or watch people like pressure washing rugs or mowing lawns and just be transfixed by that stuff. I've learned so much about the world and about different, things out there. Just as I'm sure people didn't know about people that did crazy cosplay, that found me. So I think that algorithm is like no other and I will miss it, but I also don't think it's going anywhere for long. Like it might go dark a couple days and then be back. But that's why I love that I have YouTube, because it's fine. I should make a Batman costume. Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't think Batman's for me. Hi Goshen, happy birthday. Opinion on Transformers? I haven't seen Rise of the Machines, which I hear is tremendous, and I somehow missed it. I guess I was traveling or busy. But I know it's out on digital now. I want to see it, but I've heard it's excellent. Would you rather be a Sith or a Jedi? Jedi, but I also actually rather be neither. I'd rather be like, I'd like to have a store or be the guy that does everyone's taxes or something. You know what I mean? Like I want to just be somewhere where I can hear all the gossip, but not actually have to do any fighting. I'm a tax preparer, not a fighter. Is TikTok really going to get banned this time? There's some you know what I mean? I don't know. The previous administration says they're not going to enforce the ban. The new administration coming in says they're going to give it a stay. But as of tomorrow, the platform is set to be fined $5,000 per user per day if they don't comply with the law. So what seems most likely to me, and I am not an expert, was that it'll probably go dark tomorrow for people in the United States, to be clear, and then it'll probably be flipped back on sometime Monday. That's my guess, but I'm reading the same headlines everyone else is, so I don't really know. I'm not an insider. I have no idea. All right, I'm gonna take a few more questions, then I have to wrap this up because I do want to see what's going on with the football. I don't really want to see what's going on. I need to get some dinner. I have a ton of videos to edit for everybody. Like again, I've been doing kind of like videos at Disney World, doing stuff on the quick, but I have stuff, that I've shot that's, I have some skits. I have a skit for tomorrow. I got to get all of the editing ready to get it out. So we'll do a few more questions and then I will wrap it up. I'm trying to get to every question. And I recognize I do need a moderator, I think, at some point, but we're still a solo operation here. Favorite actor? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I have ones I really like when Don Cheadle's in something. I'm like, oh, I love it. Say less. Don Cheadle's in it. I'm good. I like him. Same with used to be Christian Bale. Like anytime Christian Bale would do something or Clive Owen, like, oh, I just enjoy them on screen. And then favorite actress, there's so many. I could pick just one. And I respect actresses that have kind of been able to sort of transition and still do prominent stuff at different ages and things. So, but I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time on this question. Why did I end Costume Closet? Did I end it? You know what? I started posting more of the Women of the MCU. I have a Costume Closet tomorrow. I didn't end it, but yeah, you're right. I haven't posted one in a while. I just hadn't noticed. So, not ended. I'm gonna post one tomorrow. Tomorrow, Sunday. I gotta edit it though first. Do you have any advice for YouTube? Maybe this is a good one to end on. You have to stick with it. It takes a second, but I find that really healthy. You know what I mean? Like some of the other platforms, right away if your content is liked or good, you'll know within moments. Like if a TikTok is used as an example, if I know in the first hour a TikTok video gets like a couple hundred views, I know it's never going to get more than a couple thousand. You know what I mean? But on YouTube, it takes a long time, so you can feel good about it. You post a video, doesn't do so great at first. You're like, okay. You never know. Months later, it could suddenly get big, and so you don't have to have that angst and stress when you post a video and it doesn't go anywhere, because YouTube is really people can still find you at any stage. But if you're used to a platform where it's immediate, it's going to be a harder adjustment here. But it's so healthy. I just had a video last week do 100 million views. And let me tell you what, I posted that video. I remember I was in Celebration London when I posted it. It was an old TikTok and I posted it. And I remember I kind of glanced down at it. I'm like, I shouldn't have posted this. I knew it wasn't going to do well. And it took a couple weeks and it started growing, and it just has never stopped growing. You just never know. And same thing, I've had videos that pop off right away and then they kind of level out. Anything's possible here. And the audiences are savvy here too, you guys don't let it slide. Like if you see my arm puppeting Grogu, I don't care. I I think obviously I'm puppeting Grogu, but the audiences are smart and savvy. And I actually respect that. I like that a lot. So yeah. All that said, I think everyone's experience is different, and I only know what I know with what happened to me on YouTube. So just because but that's my perspective on what happens. I don't know if that happens to everybody, but stick with it. you know, because it's such a healthy place to be. I mean, Google's been making video for 20 years. They know what they're doing. It's not a flash in the pan. It's not a quick figured out, video thing. It's Google, they know what they're doing. Okay, I got to wrap it up. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for some great questions. I am behind on doing my required lives again, I'm doing partnering with YouTube Jewels. Not YouTube Jewels. This is a new program called Jewels. It's a way of gifting. That's not a dollar amount. It still uses real money, but like instead of giving $1, you buy a flower for $1 and you give a flower kind of thing. So that's that. I don't expect gifts from anybody. I know it's we got credit card bills coming in, and the economy's tough, especially in the States. So I'm sure everywhere. I don't know why I just said just the States, is because where I live. But that's what that is. That is Jules, and I have to do some more lives to keep up my partnership with them. So I'm way behind. So maybe we'll go live again tomorrow, especially if the Bills win. I'll talk to everybody about it. So thank you for being here, and go Bills, and may the force be with you.